YouTube, I'm playing a gig right now, so you should be at the gig, not watching this, unless it's after the gig, in which case, hello, how's it going? Continuing the old Japan Telecaster week. I think only one day this week hasn't involved a Japanese Telecaster, which I did a video on that Mockingbird to break things up a little bit. So here is my 2019 FGN Boundary Illiad. The Illiad's their Telecaster model, and Boundary is this cheap one. Still made by Fujigen though. It says made in Japan about 6 times on it. So this is, you've seen these in Andertons. This is slightly different from the one you get now because it's got this headstock, which I actually really like. Kind of like sort of like that, whereas the more modern ones have kind of more like a generic-y Stratty type headstock, which I prefer this one. I think you can still buy this exact guitar, but it's got a black scratch plate. Or was it 2020 I bought this? I went in and tried one in the shop, and immediately you just go, yes. Yeah, and this one was the same, because it's the Japanese are a bit like that. You know, it's you're much less likely to get your planetary alignment. Oh, I've got this fantastic Epiphone, just by chance that just the right bits came together. It doesn't happen with Japanese guitars. They're all the same. They're all brilliant. You don't get a shit one. Really. I don't think, in my experience, get my experience from experience, not from internet or from what my guy who fixes guitars told me. Yeah. So, not quite a Telecaster. It's a little bit pointier here. It's got a funny shaped scratch plate. But we've got a 6 saddle bridge instead of a 3 saddle. But it's a tele, isn't it? So, the reason I'm doing this video is I want to see what difference that, I'm going to compare it to this CSL, which is my new one, which you've seen every day this week. Made in the same factory. This is 2019, this is 1974, so we're 45 years apart. What have Japan been, what's the factory been doing? Maybe, possibly even some of the same people working there. Might have worked on both guitars. Don't know. Immediately, this has got a much chunkier neck. This has got a much more Telecaster-y neck than either the CSL or the video that I didn't mean to do last night on the Antoria, which is also Fujigen. I think it might be a wee bit older. This is maybe 40. You know, this is maybe earlier than 74. But I was really just going to mess about with that neck pickup and see if I've got anything that sounds like it. So this is what I would class as being a norm. This is a modern tele. Whereas I was saying in one of the videos for the black one, it's what I imagine like a 60s, 50s, 60s guitar to sound like. Not necessarily able to do everything, you know, you're not really going to be able to churn out your Megadeth and stuff like that on it. Whereas something like this, a bit more rounded and stuff, I think. I don't know. So, bridge pickup. It's still very Telecaster-y though, So I've mentioned this before. Andertons did a video last week where they had some new guy I'd never seen before, and they were trying all the guitar, what's the best shredding guitar at about 500 quid, or between £500 and £600, something like that. So it was up against, you know, there was half a dozen or so. Who are these people? They parked right opposite my drive, so I can't get out, and they're quite happy with that. Oh, there's a drive. We'll just park right opposite. That means the person who's there can't get out. Yeah. So this does have modern appointments. It's impossible to mention an FGN without saying circle frets. But so in Andertons, it was like the guy basically, as soon as he saw the FGN, it wasn't a Telecaster, it was Scott's model, which is the Odyssey Boundary. Basically it's like a hardtail Strat with 2 humbuckers and no scratch plate, basically. Super Strat type thing. It's also got the corner thing on it, on the neck plate, that kind of thing. And as soon as the guy played it, it's the best sounding one. And it was like it got #1 in the sound and the feel department. And then immediately, as soon as he said, "Well, it's that one there," and Lee Anderson's like, "Well, it's not really a fair fight, is it? You know, it's like this one here's Japanese, and all the other ones aren't." And it's like, well, sorry, that just the way it is. And the neck pickup in this one, which I actually liked. So basically, if you have to buy a new guitar, and you're quite fancying something, I would definitely try one of these. Merchant City in Glasgow has them, and try one of these and then compare it to whatever else you were looking at. You know, I was looking at a Mexican Fender. Like, look at that and compare it to this, and sorry, it's not going to compete. Apart from if you want one that looks exactly perfect. If it looks exactly, I want one that looks exactly the same as Bruce Springsteen's one. Yeah, this one doesn't look exactly. It's better than, but I mean. Yeah, so it's quite often the neck pickup on a telly, or maybe it's just because I'm getting old and I got sort of used to it. It doesn't really sound that good, but in this one I do like. It's got something middle position. I'm going to compare. So this is obviously a tele single coil. Thinking that's like the wide range, or it's a Japanese one, so I don't even know if they claim it's a wide range humbucker. I was going to say if I don't actually have a Telecaster with a humbucker in the neck, so I don't really have a guitar here with a humbucker in it. So I guess the RG, maybe. Is it, so for your standard humbucker sounds? It's actually, I think. No, it's a Pearly Gates, the humbucker, that the one that was originally in the, or it was in the CSL when I bought it. What I was going to do is I was just going to play a little bit of neck pickup stuff, and then try out that guitar and see what the difference is. I suppose I would maybe compare it with that P90 one as well. See if it's more like a P90. And it's actually just from last night. I've still got that rhythm. So that's actually the Antoria. I'll swap the guitar thing. Let's compare it to a P90. That's this on with the fake humbucker thing, using this coil and this coil to make a humbucker. Single. Well, the single coil doesn't sound like that. Tried to put bass on the backing track. And this will be the one I'm playing, actually probably right now. Well, I made an arse of that. Missed it. Do that again. I missed the tone control. Georgia, Antoria. Let's be running through the bridge pickups now. And humbucker. Yeah, so I don't know what could be gained there, whether you could tell the difference between any of them. I couldn't, because it took me a couple of minutes to obviously put one guitar down and pick the next one up. This one obviously been a bit of the odd one out, being a Matsumoku guitar. Well, technically the bass is a Matsumoku as well, so we've got 2 Matsumokus and 4 Fuji Gens. That's right, I played the RG at one point. Yeah, the neck on this is actually is a similar carve to... No, even that's even clubbier than this. It's getting that way though. This is a wee bit flatter. So this is a 1980, I can't remember what year, 1982 Thor sound. This originally just had 2 single coil pickups, and I put in these. I fitted fancy P90s into a G&L ASAT. But the G&L ASAT one, or the one that I took these pickups out of, had the American pickups. So these are the proper G&L American P90s, because I wanted a P90 guitar, and also it gave me a wee bit of a Sabbathy vibe. I thought having it's sort of like an SG Strat combo thing with Telecaster pickups. Yeah. Well, I do like this guitar. It's really good. Someone actually asked me about this the other night. Like, what's that brown guitar? It's my Aria Thor sound. It's a belter. If you see one of these, I don't think you'll end up paying very much for them, but just buy one of these, couple £100, and then go and just go and destroy. Go into someone's house and watch them say that, oh, my £2,500 Gibson's better. Watch them say that, even though they won't believe it. It does look, it's worth more money. That's not an argument there. Oh, what was that? You hear that? Something fell over. Got a ghost, was it that? It was that box for some reason decided to fall off there. I don't know about that. But yeah, this is the object of this week, really. It's an awful nice guitar. I'm going to give it that. The neck pickup, when you actually play it, when you're playing it through the rat pedal like that, I don't know if there's really that much difference. Well, quite a lot of the sound, I think, it's in your preconceived conceptions, in your head, what it sounds like. Does it sound really that different? It does. It did sound different to maybe a little bit more like the P90 than the... Well, in saying that, none of the other guitars had humbuckers in them, did they? Bastards, that was a bit silly. And the RG, but I mean, you can't really compare them, really. I mean, the RG sounded completely different with the Seymour Duncan Pearly Gates in it, but it's a very different feeling guitar. Made in the same factory, but very different. You know, I don't know if there's that many folk like myself who like an RG and like a tele. They're quite different, but I like them because they're very different. I want my guitars to feel differently and sound different. I'm not really that keen on the idea of having, I've got a tele and a Strat, so I put the same pickups in them, and I got ones with the same neck carve. And it's like, well, if they sound the same and we've got the same, I want them to be different. I want every guitar to have a wee bit of character to it, which will make me play it slightly differently. I think partly, I mean, I'm kind of blinded a little bit by the oldness of this, and the fact it's in really good condition and really old. You know, it's 50-year-old. That's dirty. I would possibly be, I don't know, but possibly be in the... I'm just thinking this might be better than that FGN. The FGN's a much more normal guitar, though. It's kind of, because it's modern, it's a bit more, it's got the fancy frets, it's got much bigger frets, because they're not all worn down like these. Well, these aren't really worn down, they're just really low to start with, I think. A lot more precise and stuff like that. This is a bit more of a, I don't know, it's more telly. This is more telly than this. Even though this has got the correct pickups in it, or the correct type, as in 2 single coils. It's also intoned, and it's like, really what I should do with this to make it better is just put these put the saddles in groups of 2, so it's not perfectly intoned. They're thus Telecaster sounding because they've only got the 3 saddles, so you can't really individually do the strings. Yeah. These are not the original strap buttons, because this strap keeps falling off. It's really annoying. Not dropped the guitar yet. Touch wood. I'm always touching wood here. That has 2 really good sounds on in the middle. I think the middle position maybe on the other ones is a bit better with the 2 of them together, because you get that lovely tele in the middle strap position 2 sound, which this is not really doing. It's just kind of more adding bass to the bass pickup. But it is still a really good sound. I'm not... Somebody asked me to play some Stones on this. Keith wouldn't have had one in there. You wouldn't have had that's 68. I'm pretty sure the custom came out in 69, so I'm not even sure. No. There's really not that many. No, there's no Stone songs that are jumping at my head from like XL Main Street and thingy. It's terrible, isn't it? Sticky Fingers, 2 of my favourite albums. Well, Goat's Head Suit and Sticky Fingers, 2 of my favourite albums. don't think I've ever played that song before ever. I don't know why it jumped out at me. I have too many pure amazing guitars. I mean, all the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you include the bass, guitars I've just played there are all brilliant. And I'm not really that, I know I'm not really that easily impressed with a guitar. There's lots, you'll see if you look through my videos, all the ones I've done, like, what are the ones I kept? Japan. Maybe I'm just blinkered now. So hopefully you've watched this after my gig and it went okay and people turned up. I'm not sure if at the live stream tomorrow night, depends what sort of condition I get in at the gig tomorrow night. Tonight, it might be a sober stream. I don't know. It depends if any of my pals turn up, because some of my pals might turn up and I might have a wee sneaky after show drinky-thon in Kirky, and maybe, I don't know, I might not be back, I don't know. Anyhow, if you could like and subscribe, if you like these guitars, they're awesome. And if anyone's got this one or the Antoria with a different brand, or they've got an Antoria version of this or a CSL version of that, or any other version of either of them, then it'd be interesting to see, and where you got them. I know we've got a wee bit of provenance with this. I know where this came from 1985. I know where it's been. It was bought in Southside Music in 1985. And I've bought it off that guy. So, and I don't think he really liked it. I think it's one of those ones where he had a Schecter Strat as well, which is a different thing. I don't know. Teles aren't for everyone, but everyone should have one. But it's whether you're going to commit to it being your main guitar. They're amazing to play. They're just something so simple about them. Absolutely love them. So I'm now sitting here going to hang this up, have my dinner, and then sit and try and play one of these. The problem is I really want to play this. Well, I kind of want to play all the guitars I've just played. I've not played at any of these enough. It's disgusting. It really is. I've not even got to the Strat, which I absolutely love, which is in the same catalogue as this and the Antoria. I can't believe how good this one was as well. Basically, I think I'm going to look through my guitars, and anyone that I pick up and play and don't immediately have to say out loud, oh, this is a really good guitar, I'm going to have to sell, just to try and get the numbers down. There's too many guitars I pick up and just you just go, oh, this is a pure amazing guitar. Even if I don't say it out loud, I say it in my head, oh, a pure amazing guitar. Anything that isn't pure amazing when I pick it up. Unfortunately, I've kind of done that before, and that's how I don't have, you notice I don't have, Squires and Epiphones, stuff like that, because I've had them, but you don't pick them up and go, oh, this is a pure amazing guitar when you're used to this level. Really annoying. To be a snob. Rock on! Catch you all later.